Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek X Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Dr. Stone Season 1. We're now on to Episode 3, which is called Weapons of Science. So the last episode left us with the awakening of the primate guy, who is super strong and a little bit smart. Well, probably more smart than he's giving off. But anyways, a situation arose where they're starting to fight against the nature that has taken back the land. And this new addition was able to not only fight off this wildlife, but he turns out to be an excellent hunter as well. So he's helping them get their food, and he's strong, so he's helping them with the manual labor. So it seems like it's a good addition, except we see that as usual, is it Senku? The name's, yeah, I think it's Senku. He's a little bit suspicious, as he always is. He's like, I don't think this guy's doing all this out of the goodness of his heart. I feel like there's an ulterior motive here. And then we saw later in the episode that this primate man does not want any of the adults to be brought back. He only wants the teenagers and the young people brought back because he feels like adults are the problem and why there was issues in the first place, which obviously very problematic for many reasons. But we also saw that Senku basically said, no, I don't agree with that philosophy, and that's not what I'm gonna do. So at the moment it looks like it's a dead-end topic, but I think they both know it's not really over yet. And we saw that also Senku was starting to build some very primitive but effective weapons. It looked like he was trying to make a crossbow the last time we saw. So there's some tension growing in that particular space, but I don't think we're going to delve into it too soon yet, because at this moment, everybody still needs everybody. The three guys still need each other too much in order to, try to do anything too crazy. So I feel like now we know that Taiju wants to revive his girl, of course, because he wasn't able to do so. So we'll see whether or not, if they do create more of the resurrection juice, if they're able to get her back, or if we're going to have to move on to someone else, possibly that girl that they found underneath a rock. Lots of possibilities here and lots of things to discover. So I'm ready to jump into this episode, but before I do, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I react to shows like this, lots of animes and other similar shows. So if you'd like to watch me do that or follow me on this journey, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be notified when I do more of these uploads. And if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up as well. And the same goes for you who are returning. I love you. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're not a subby already, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button and join the fam today. All right, without further ado, let's get into episode 3 right about now. Sure do. It's really funny that you think the young people don't have tainted hearts too, like yourself. It's the way he said that, like, young people don't get old eventually too. Yep, he was a necessary evil. That's right. He's gonna blurt it all out. Of course. I'm like, gotta recalculate because Taiju's the dummy. Actually, I can't even say that. Poor Taiju has no idea. He was not here for this conversation. He's so pure too that he probably would just try to start a fight with Tsukasa right there, and that'd be a bad idea because he would lose. But yeah, bless him. And that's the thing. I feel like even if Senku took him and was like, hey, Taiju, we can't help, like, this guy's kind of evil. I just feel like Taiju seems like he's such a pure soul that he wouldn't want to believe it anyway, and he probably would still want to help him. So even though that was frustrating, I really like the fact that Senku's not always going to get his way purely because people like Taiju exist. You're going to foil him because that's the reality. You might be a super genius, but not everybody is. Oh, he made clothes for her. We appreciate the modesty. Oh, he's trying to protect him. Exactly. He's like, predictable. I'd say so. He's smarter than he looks. Oh, he just took whole bats. Are you gonna go kill their parents now and explain to them that you murdered? Okay. I lied! That's all we needed to hear, baby. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have time! What part of hurry do you not understand?
反応に時間がかかんだよ。こいつは一種のコールドスリープだ。
Good illusion.
作った保護膜みたいなもんで。
Oh, really?
一気に全身に波及。石化が解除さ
But her
れ。
headband lasted 3,000 years.
譲り派がいたから生きてられたんだ。
That's a lot of pressure. Maybe don't put that on her right away. Especially if she don't feel the same, you know? What if she's all like, so I have a boyfriend who's probably petrified around here. Let me go find him. Wouldn't the clothes have kind of come off with the rock?
3700年も待たせてしまった。
Oh, is her marking on her shoulder instead of her face? Something tells you didn't have a tat. But Senku... I'm kidding. I mean, you did go and get the guano.
を止める。文明の武器の力で。
What do you mean this we business? I just woke up and I'm a girl. If I were her.
間引いているんだ。新しい世界の
Calling,
神。
you know, it's really 2 letters off from the same word, so...
大樹や譲り派の前で自分の殺人を隠す気も
I mean, why would he? He feels like he's stronger than what she is.
つかさは俺が止める。
It's not gonna go as well as you think it is. You are a simpleton.
かわせやがって。
I was about to say, he's either gonna dodge that or just like it's gonna snap between his biceps. He blocked you.
俺の蹴りを受けて倒れなかった人間は
Interesting.
だが俺をいくら殴っても蹴っても構わ
True,
ん。
he just takes beatings.
人を
Look
殺
at
す
her, she's like,
ことだ。
I don't know if I want to be with you anymore.
自分は手を出さず殴られ続ける。
That's kind of his MO. Yeah. Didn't anticipate that, did you?
意味がわからない。
Exactly. You don't need to.
そっか。だから千空が逃がした方が暴力的。
Yeah, he's like, she's not the brightest.
邪魔はさせない。
Eventually, there will be someone who will.
じゃねえだろうな、デカブツ。ああ、もちろんだ。
He's like, I just needed a minute.
俺は諦めんぞ。どんだけ頭が雑だってねえな。
You have no idea.
このストーンワールドでバケモンを止める方法は一つ
And what's
だ。
that? Turn him back into stone? Most likely.
文明を進めて科学の武器を作る。
Science! It's true. You cannot beat this man with brawn. You were absolutely going to have to use brains.
完成しちまえば俺らの勝ち。その前にバレたら俺らの負け。
Yeah, he's smarter than he looks.
ほんの80キロちょいの大冒険だ。
That's all. EK, no biggie.
70秒。
今なんかすごいことさらっと言った。
Kind of super smart like that.
正確な緯度経度が知りてえ。
The way I actually don't remember or even know how original longs and lats were actually calculated in the first place.
わかったぞ。現在地は北緯35度19
Of
分。
course. Aww. Can we be emotional later? There's a man who literally runs at the speed of a cheetah. Who's gonna figure out y'all are gone?
私まだ今日起き
Yeah,
て
I was about to say, she's taking it a lot for only being awake for like 3 hours.
本当に何千年も経っちゃったんだな
Yeah,
って。
this isn't just a bad nightmare you can't wake up from. Sorry.
父さんやみんな
Yeah, you better go find them and protect them because that psycho is gonna come and knock their heads off.
今から俺らで司に勝って全人類を助けんだからな。
I mean, I appreciate the exuberance, but we need a plan.
同イオンがダダ漏れだからな。大抵の植物には毒だっつうだけだが。
Listen, bro, you know he's always gonna come up with a scientific explanation.
ゴミ6分岐の精度が上がるぞ。ありがたくいただい
You
て。
think that's gonna crack into iron? I am him. Senku's like, I have never done this much manual labor in my life. I am brains, not brawn. With your endurance, just think of how great your calves and booty are gonna look, my friend.
今司に追いつかれたらどうせ。
I was about to say,
休むのも仕事のうちだデカブツ。
the way he threw himself on the pillow.
つま先が石化のままじゃないか。
邪魔っちゃ邪魔なんだけどまあいいかなって。
Interesting.
石化が戻るとき、細けい破損はつながるっつうだ
Okay.
けの
I
話
was
だ。
thinking just also skin rubbing against a bunch of stone would hurt.
乱れた足跡。慌てて逃げた。
Did they? Well, you forget he's a tracker.
俺にそう思わせようと
Yep,
し
I had a feeling he wasn't that dumb.
センクは俺と戦うために。
Oh, damn, he read you like a book. Okay. Senku, I'm gonna need you to come on. Keep up. Come on, buddy.
つまり火薬を作る。
But you're also gonna have to figure out how to make the gun, which requires metal, you know, something to actually manipulate the metal. But also, that man's super fast, so you have to make sure you need like a Gatling gun. But even then, do we need to, ugh, this is so ugly already. Oh, yay, fear. How is his hair just floating?
いよいよ VS 司の究極兵器黒色火薬の誕生だ
Great. Let's stop gloating and making powder faster. Okay. Well, that was our episode. I actually felt like it went by really fast, but I think it's because things kind of went really quickly. We had a lot go down. So yeah, we did wake up Yurahaza, which I get. That was definitely the one thing that Taiju wanted, if nothing else. But we're seeing that Tsukasa is, Tsukasa is not just brawn. He's very smart. He's very, very smart, and he knows Senku a little too well, unfortunately. I think Senku was kind of hoping he was a bit more like his bestie, just kind of all brawn, but he's not. He's smart and he can track, which is also a problem. So they better pray it rains hard. Rains really, really hard, although he already knows where they're going. So even if it rains, he'll still be able to figure out his way or figure out somehow how to get there. But yeah, it's interesting, this battle of wills that's been introduced now, because they definitely need to stop Tsukasa at this point, because he's basically turning himself into a serial unaliver of older people. And honestly, if they think it's going to stop there, it won't. Like, he's just going to feel like he single-handedly gets to decide who gets to live or die, and that's not it, right? He's not God. He's not a king, but he's acting like he should be. And I think he knows enough to know that he doesn't want to take Senku out, because I think he realizes he can't lose Senku right now. But at the same time, he knows that Senku is not going to just roll over and let this end, you know what I mean? Or just let him win. So interesting. This is literally a battle between brains against brawn, and I don't think they have any more of their revival juice with them. I guess they brought a little bit because they did unpetrify what's her name's toes. But again, I feel like they're going to have to bring somebody else back. But again, the choice, this is where it is very interesting in this show, is that they can't just willy-nilly revive people. It really is a matter of reviving people who are necessary, at least at first, and useful, so that they can keep achieving their goals. And so I'm trying to think, like, they would need somebody who's either stronger or faster than Tsukasa, and that's a hard combination to beat at the moment. But also, I was just thinking, with this whole plan with the gunpowder, they would still need a projectile. They need to, or something to actually shoot, because it's useless without the projectile to shoot out, and also whatever it is to force the projectile. So my point is, without metal, what are they going to use? Unless he's thinking of just making straight up bombs. That could be it. That could be what he's thinking, which is very dangerous, but it would be a way to go, and one thing that he probably wouldn't be able to escape easily. But yeah, there's a lot of questions there. I keep thinking that maybe if they wake up a police officer or somebody who actually has training to fight and a weapon, that could potentially be something. But it's very interesting. I feel like the whole premise of this show kind of doesn't work if they bring an adult back now, though. I get why we have this foil of Tsukasa going after the adults, because one of the things that makes this an interesting situation is that they don't necessarily have the guidance of an adult in there. It's kind of interfering with decision making and the impulsivity that comes with youth. So yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to go forward with this, because I mean, right now as it stands, Tsukasa could take all three of them out. So, you'd think the odds would be in their favor, but it really isn't. They need somebody, and that's what I think is, like, the gunpowder is an interesting idea, but it's going to take time, more time than I think they have. So they need to come up with something else, which I feel like another person would be the best way. Something to distract him, something to keep him busy so that they can do something to work against him, if that makes sense. So we'll have to see. I'm not sure, but one thing we know about Senku is he does not back down from a challenge, like Tsukasa said. He's definitely formulating as many plans as he can. The question is, can he come up with enough of them, or one that's outside of the realm of Tsukasa's thinking? Because as we're seeing, he's very smart, and he does somewhat understand the way that Senku's mind works. So Senku's gonna have to think outside of the box even for him, which is interesting. Or maybe they need an outside perspective, like maybe what's her name, Yurahaza, like maybe she can come up with an idea that Tsukasa would never expect, because I don't know how much he even knows her. So yeah, our troops in an interesting bind, but we'll see how they get out of it, or if they're able to maintain some kind of truce or peace while they figure this whole thing out, because really at this point I don't think it's going to be resolved easily, but we obviously can't afford to lose anyone either. So yeah, I'm interested to see how we're going to go in the next episode, which apparently is called Fire the Smoke Signal. So I am really interested in seeing what's gonna happen next. This is a very good anime so far. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching it along with me. If you are, please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.